Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the new Dokkan event that's come out for the TEQ Pan GT. So obviously, this is it's my time to shine, thrill-packed adventure, and it's for the Dokkan Awakening of Pan GT, but also it's for the awakening of the INT Trunks and Giru. Now there are some effective units, they are GT bosses units, nothing too crazy. You don't need to build into the effective units, it's just always fun to try and build a team around them, and that's what I'm going to do. But this is generally speaking a pretty straightforward Dokkan event, there's nothing too crazy here. Obviously Pan is the featured unit that awakens from here, but as I mentioned, the Giru and Trunks, or the Trunks GT and Giru I should say, is another unit that also awakens from this event. Now you're going to need a couple medals to awaken these units, so you're going to need 35 medals to awaken Trunks, and you're going to need 77 medals to awaken Pan, which means in total you're going to need to run the event, if you get both of them, a grand total of 16 times. Now that sounds like a lot, but with auto battle now, it's really not too bad. We're going to build a GT bosses team, just something that we can whip up, use a couple older LR units, just kind of have a bit of fun with it. But yeah, generally speaking, you don't need to do this, you can just build whatever team you want to. In terms of the units themselves, Pan is obviously a fantastic unit. I think I spoke about her in obviously my preview and in my save or summon video, but Pan is a huge offensive unit. She can do huge damage, she's got great defense before super. She can still get caught out, as any unit can in the current meta. Most units, I say most in inverted commas, most units can get caught out in the current meta. It's pretty much kind of standard procedure to have an event where a unit's always able to kind of get handled, get kind of taken out. It's no different for Pan really. But yeah, as a unit, obviously she leads Bond of Friendship, Dragon Ball Seekers. She gives 30% addition to GT Heroes category units. That's not that many. The Bond of Friendship's not a huge category in terms of GT units or anything like that. I mean, you don't have like a wild amount of GT units under Bond of Friendship, at least notable ones. You've got like Pan, you've got AGL Pan, you've got a couple of the Gokus and Trunkses from that time period obviously, but that's really about it. There's nothing like wild in terms of units under there. And then very similarly under Dragon Ball Seekers, you don't necessarily have the wildest units under there. So Pan, from a leader perspective, I don't want to say she's got a great leader skill, she's got a decent leader skill. But I think really where Pan benefits is she's a really nice moving piece for the GT Heroes team. The GT Heroes team is predominantly super reliant on its LRs, and Pan kind of helps to fill in a gap there and just be a super accessible unit that can help out the team in no matter what way possible. And Giru and Trunks are also very similar. They provide support to GT Heroes units, which means that they have great synergy kind of across the board, because that's really what they're there for. They're providing that support and they're just kind of really meshing quite well with the team. So overall pretty solid stuff. In terms of Pan, without getting into too much detail, because obviously we will review her, but her passive just looks very solid. She builds up attack at a very decent speed, she's got great defense before she supers, her raw defense after supering is still very high and very decent. I think in terms of her unit super attacks, it's probably the only area where I feel like she could have been improved. And where I say that is, they're all just variations, they all just change her from medium chance to stun to high chance, and from raising attack to greatly raising. It's not that that's inherently bad, it's just for me, I feel like they could have maybe gone out on the boat a bit more. I don't know, made being with Goku, make her raise defense for 1 turn, or being with Trunks, make her seal. Being with Giru, make her seal. Being with Trunks, make her stun. Just would have been a bit more variation, I think, and would have been a bit more interesting. And then what would have been really cool is if you have, obviously, a unit that has Trunks and Giru, both effects could have activated. So you could have got the raise on defense and also the ability to stun and seal. So that would be very, very, very cool. But yeah, overall, honestly, still very, very cool situation. Pan's a very, very good unit. Dokkan event, honestly not too difficult. Very stock standard procedure nowadays. Dokkan events aren't the hardest content in the world, so you shouldn't hopefully struggle too much with it. If you are a new player and you are struggling, lower the difficulty, try and obviously work on your team and raise your leads first. But that's pretty much it for me. There's not really too much else to say in terms of Pan and her Dokkan event. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the very next video. But that is going to be it from me. Bye.